Welcome. We are so happy to have you guys here with us today. My name's Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we are the mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
That's exactly right.
We are here live today, and we have a fun wreath that I think you guys are going to like. We have this really cute
Rooster. Isn't it cute?
It's almost got that, like, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know, I like it. It's a funky chicken.
Yeah,
right?
he's
Funky
kind of
rooster.
a funky chicken, yeah.
We'll call it a funky
rooster.
chicken roost.
Yeah.
Rooster
Yeah,
roost.
there you go.
Hey guys. Hey Melinda, thank you for joining us today. Welcome.
Yes.
Hey guys, we are so happy to have you here. Like I said, we're making a fun wreath today, so when you hop on, just make sure that you say hi and let us know that you're watching and where you're watching from.
That's right.
If you're watching live, you can just type the word live in the comments. If you are watching the replay, just type replay in the comments. And let's have some fun today. Hey Kim, this is going to be a fun wreath. So let's show them what we've got actually.
All right, I've got some pretty little sunflowers. These are beautiful. They actually came from Walmart, and I just think they are gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, they're so realistic.
They just are,
looking.
yes, they are just on this stem by themselves, but they are just so pretty. So I've got those I'm going to be using. I've got some green hydrangeas I'm going to be using, some orange roses, some gorgeous purple roses, and some red sunflowers. I've got some red spider mums that I'm going to use, and then I've got some artichokes and some grapes, some olives. I've got this pretty, where did my stem? Here it is. This pretty olive stem, so I'm going to be using that. Aren't they? Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, and we are using a 14-inch grapevine.
Yes.
And we've already got the rooster wired on. Now this is a wooden rooster, and it's just a little table.
Well, it's, yeah, I guess it is that pressed wood, pecan, whatever they call that.
And it's really just a tabletop accent, so you can use anything in your wreath.
Anything, yes.
Think outside of the box, because you can use it.
Exactly. I just drilled holes straight through this, through the bottom, through the back, and wired him on with floral wire. So, you know, if you can just about use anything in your wreaths. If you have something cute sitting around on the table and you think I could make a wreath with that, try it. You really could.
Yeah, you probably could.
I have used all kinds of things.
So we've got some 2.5-inch ribbon. Now this also came from Walmart.
Yes,
so actually
it did.
Today a lot of our supplies came from Walmart.
Yep.
Which is good, because I know a lot of us can easily get things from Walmart.
Yes, and that's what we try to do when we're doing the lives like this for everybody. We try to get stuff that we know that you can get. So
yeah. Hey Terry. Hey Belinda and Minnie.
Hey
welcome.
There.
Thank y'all for joining
Welcome.
us. Hey Lisa. Janet said, where do you purchase most of your flowers? Well, today we purchased them from Walmart.
Walmart, most of them. But normally, well, we get them from all over. We get some from Hobby Lobby, Michael's. We order in from several wholesale companies that we really like. So, you know, wherever we find something that looks interesting or that we like the look of it, we buy them. So...
Hey Andrea, hey Terry, thank you for joining us today. So we're going to be making this wreath, but we're also going to be answering your questions. And now we are going to be talking today about our Design with the Pros Club.
That's right.
Because we have a day and a half left.
Yes.
So
only
if y'all
one day and a half for it to be open. Yeah.
So if y'all are interested in that, or if you have questions about that, make sure you pop those in the comments, because that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be working on the wreath, and we're going to be answering your questions so that we can get all those answered for you.
Hey Margaret.
Leslie. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start making my bow. And y'all make sure that you share this. If you have a friend that you think would love to learn how to make a wreath like this, share it with them.
And while she's doing that, I have some eucalyptus here that I'm just going to be greening my wreath with my eucalyptus. So
now these are in the fall section at Walmart. They're $2.34, but they're small rolls, so they're only 9 feet rolls. And what I'm going to be What I'm going to be doing today is making a full wreath bow. Now this is just a traditional style wreath bow, but I'll probably need more than just the one roll. So I've got 2 rolls here. But I actually really like this ribbon.
I love that. It is
it's
so
really
pretty.
thick and nice.
It's perfect for what we're
And it's in the fall section, but you could use this year round, really, depending on what kind of wreath you're making.
Because I mean, this one's going to be a year round, so
yeah, this is going to be one of those wreaths that would actually look really good in a kitchen.
In a kitchen, exactly.
So I'm going to go ahead and cut my tails. I've got about 36 inches for my tails. And I'm just going to fold them over just like that. Fold again. Cut upwards. And make my dovetail. Just like that. So that's what that looks like. I've got those nice little dovetails. And now I am using a Bow Dabber bow maker to make my bow. And I've got some 26 gauge floral wire that I'm using with that. Hey, Robin. Thank you for joining us. I hope you are feeling better.
I hope you are too, Robin. I've been praying for you.
Hey,
I'm
Leslie.
sure a lot of people on here have been praying for you too.
Oh, thank you, Leslie. Connie, I love roosters too. I used to have, my whole kitchen was roosters and sunflowers, but I've changed it up a little bit now.
Yeah.
But I do love roosters.
I do too.
So I'm
That's
just gonna,
something that hardly ever gets old. I mean, you know, people tend to always love roosters in kitchens.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna put my tail right down in my Bow Dabber, and she's still greening her wreath. And so these are 6-inch loops for this bow. And like I mentioned earlier, this is just what we consider just a traditional style wreath bow. This is going to have so much going on with the fruit and with the rooster and the olives that we don't want a bow that's going to take away from it. Yeah. But we do, you know, we do want that element, having the ribbon in there. So as you can see, this is a 9-foot roll, and I think I had somebody ask me a question about a 9-foot ribbon, roll of ribbon, how many it took to make a wreath bow. And for just a traditional style, you are going to need 2 rolls for that.
Mm-hmm. You need approximately 5 yards.
Yeah, and that's just to make a standard size bow. Let's see. B, we are making, this is a grapevine wreath base, and this is going to be a rooster, a funky rooster wreath.
Yeah.
So this is going to be good for if you wanted to use it in your kitchen or your
Exactly.
dining room. I mean, you could use it on your front door too if you wanted to.
Sure you could.
Hey, Suzanne. Thanks for hopping on. Hello, Letitia. Welcome. She said, I'm a first-time live viewer from Indiana.
Well, hello. We are so happy that you are watching us.
Yes, and she said in the past 2 days, she has rewatched 10 of our videos.
Oh, well, that is wonderful.
That is wonderful.
I hope you have enjoyed them.
I hope, yeah, and I hope you found some inspiration.
That's right. That's what we love, is when we hear people say that it makes them want to go make something. That's what we want.
How many loops? I'm just gonna
I'm just gonna
use the whole.
Just use it. That'll work.
The whole thing. Okay, so the whole 2 9-foot rolls made, let's see, 14 loops, and those are 6-inch loops.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are buying those little rolls of ribbon, now you know. You need to get 2 if you're gonna just use a single ribbon. Now, if you're mixing in other ribbons with it,
it's gonna go further.
It'll go further
for sure. I do love that ribbon.
All right,
and it's perfect for this. This is kind of, I was telling Amanda earlier what I've got in my head. Now, if it comes out like what I'm planning on it to, it's gonna kind of be like a French country / farmhouse type wreath that you could literally use year round. Yes, it is going to have some elements that you might use in fall, you know, the orange and the reds and stuff, but you can use it year round.
Yeah, because he's he's kind of a modern chicken.
He is. He really is.
Yeah, so you want to incorporate all those colors in there.
For sure. That's so pretty.
So I'm just fluffing out my loops right now. Just pulling them out. And now, once you put the bow on the wreath, you will have to refluff once
after
you get your
you
flowers
finish.
and
Yes,
stuff on
because you're
there.
gonna mash it when you're putting flowers around.
And Philip said a funky rooster. I'm laughing. Yeah, at first I called it a funky chicken, but
yeah.
I guess it's a rooster, really.
Yeah.
Let's see. So listen, guys, if y'all have questions, just pop those in the comments and we will be answering those for you today. So if you have questions about making wreaths or about selling wreaths or about our design with the Pros Club, let us know, because we're happy to answer any questions that y'all have. Hey, Peggy from Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome.
Hey, Peggy.
And Barbara from Oklahoma.
Yes. Now, how pretty is that? That looks good. There you go. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is put my artichokes in. And what I've done, these did not have a stem, so I just used one of my stems off of a bush and just put glue on it and popped it in there. So that's what I am using. I love using artichokes in wreaths, and when I do that, this is one of those items that I don't like to place around the wreath. I want them together in a bunch. So I usually will put one straight on, and then I like to angle the other kind of like this a little bit. So that's what I'm doing here, just like that. And then let's see, I'm gonna put one of my sunflowers.
Let's see. Let me check your comments. Okay, so Terry has a question. She said if I can get back to it.
Maybe you can.
Okay, first Dottie said, did you say it takes about 5 yards of ribbon for a standard wreath bow?
About
Yes.
5 yards, yes.
I know I'm probably missing some. Terry has a question. She said, since you are answering questions, where do you get mailing boxes and what size do you use for an 18-inch wreath base that extends to 20 to 22 inches? Now, if you've got an 18-inch that extends to 20 inches, I would go with a 20 by 20 by 6. If it's any larger than that, then you're going to want a 22 by 22 by 6.
Right.
But the smaller you can keep it, if you can keep it in a 20 by 20, and if you can get it to fit in there, you're much better off in a 20 by 20. We typically use a 22 by 22 by 6.
Yeah.
Like I said, though, if we could get it in a 20 by 20, we would do that. Is that 20 by 20 by 6 is going to save you on shipping.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and if you get over 22, it's definitely going to be pricey.
It is.
So you're going to want to keep it definitely under 22 by 22, and if you can get it in a 20 by 20, like I said, you're much better
And
off.
you know, keep in mind that just because when you're using an 18-inch wreath, that is going to fit in a box, even if your diameter once you get it finished is a lot larger, because it's really based on the size of the wreath that you're using.
The base.
Yeah.
Hey Ann, hey Nancy, welcome. Let's see, Samantha said, oh goodness, I think she said like 103 in Birmingham. Is that where?
I'm not surprised.
I try to read the comments.
And with these lights all around us, it is hot in here.
It was actually a little cooler today, though.
Yeah, a little bit better.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Earlier today, it was a little bit cooler. Renee would like to know how you attached the rooster to the
Okay.
wreath.
I what I did was that Renee.
Mm-hmm.
I actually used my drill. I use a drill a lot, and I used a drill and I drilled holes in him, and then I just used my floral wire and wired him on. I've got a hole here, I've got a couple of holes in his base here, and then one in his tail, and I just have him wired with the floral wire. But yes, when I'm doing these, I know that I've heard of people just gluing them in, and that might be okay. I don't feel comfortable just gluing them, because to me they're just too, he's not very heavy, but he's too heavy, I think, for glue by itself to hold it. So I always wire them.
Let's see. Philip said, would it have looked out of place if you put the bow under the rooster?
No, I don't think so at all. In fact, I actually thought about that, but I wanted to use my artichokes there instead. But no, it would not have looked out of place at all, I don't think, Philip. I think it would have been nice there.
Irene, that's a rooster in the center. It's hard to see from your angle, but
let me just hold it up so they can see it. See there?
And Leslie says it's hot in Lubbock. Is that how you say that?
Lubbock, Texas.
I thought
so.
100 degrees. Wow.
Oh goodness, yeah.
Terry, you can purchase boxes at Amazon. That's where I recommend.
Yes, I definitely recommend Amazon. If you're going to do a large amount,
I mean, you could order them from Uline.
Yeah, I couldn't think
and
of where it
that's
was.
fine too. But Amazon to me is quick and you know, about the same price.
Yep, I agree.
Let's see. Andrea says fall has arrived in central New York. It is 50 degrees at night.
Oh my goodness.
Danita said, do y'all have videos that show how you pack the boxes and get them ready for shipping? We do in the private group.
Yes,
Danita.
in our Design with the Pros club, we sure do.
The rooster, that rooster,
yeah,
honestly,
tell them where it came from.
It's old.
It's an old rooster, yes.
It was in my house.
It was in her kitchen for a long time.
That's why this wreath will probably end up in my kitchen.
Of course it will.
So that's what we say. When you've got stuff around your house, you think outside of the box.
Yep.
Think outside of the box and see where that inspiration goes and where your creativity goes with it.
Yeah.
Because you never know what you can use. Renita, no, we don't always put 2 bows on the wreath. This one's only going to have 1 bow. I'm making a bow for something else. This isn't for this. So no, we do not always put 2 bows.
In fact, most of the time we don't.
And a lot of times we don't put a bow at all.
Yeah. I debated on putting a bow on this one, but because of the theme and what I was doing, you know, I kind of wanted it to look a certain way. But then with this, it just went so perfectly. So that's why I decided to go ahead with the bow. I love these hydrangeas too, and these actually came from Walmart also.
Yeah, a lot of the flowers today did come from Walmart. Kim says, I found some really fun things in thrift stores for wreaths.
Sure. Yes, definitely.
And
I have done that too, Kim. That's a good place to find things. Yard sales, anything like that.
Yeah, Dorcas says, are you guys in line for anything from Hurricane Dorian? Praying for safety for all of those in the areas involved. Yes, and we're praying definitely
we are.
too, because that's just...
It is
not good.
Awful.
Yeah, but no, we're not as of right now. I mean,
no, we're not.
Assuming we're not going to be.
No.
Okay, so Letitia says, do you make mesh wreaths, and where is the best place to purchase a wreath stand? We don't make a whole lot of mesh wreaths. We used to make some, and we used to sell some, but we don't make a whole lot anymore. Every once in a while, we'll just, like, on a whim, decide to make one. But mostly we stick to floral grapevine.
Yes, this is just what's been our biggest sellers.
And her other question was where to purchase a wreath stand. this wreath stand, and we've got several of them here in our studio, we just go to a local florist and we ask them if they'll sell us some, and they usually sell us them for real inexpensive. And this is a 5-foot stand, so it's like it's a really good height. A lot of them that you buy in craft stores are only the 3, like the tabletop or the 3-foot stands. This is 5 foot. It's a traditional like floral stand, you know, like they use them, like florists use. And so we just go to our local florist and ask if they would sell us some, and they do.
Yep. And usually very, very inexpensively too.
Oh yeah. So I always, whenever I get that question, we get that one a lot. I always recommend that you just go around to your local florist, and I mean, what's the worst they could say? No, I'm not going to sell you them. And most of them, I mean, they have so many of them, they're not going to mind selling you one or two.
No, because they buy them in bulk. So
I've never had anybody tell me that they went to one and they told them no.
No, I haven't either. They always usually don't. So let me show you what I'm doing here. I want to put some grapes in, and this did not have a pick or anything, so I'm just using a stem. It's got a little circle place up here in the stem of the grapes, so I just put it in there and then just bend my stem, and then I put glue on both ends of my U that I've made here with my stick, and then I just put it through just like I would anything else.
Let's see. Sandra asked, do you clip any of the stems from the back of the wreath?
Oh yes, always.
Yeah, we definitely do that. We make sure that everything is clipped on the back and that it's cleaned up really nicely before it goes on any kind of door, because if you don't, you're obviously going to scratch up your door. So you want to make sure that the back is really clean and nice. Margaret said, what kind of wire cutters do you use? Those are the Stanley ones?
These are my Stanley, and these are my favorite. And they're 9, is it 8? Not, these are 9-inch. So, yeah, I've got glue on me. And I recommend the 9-inch. There, you know, get them in the tool section. Don't waste your money on the kind that you see, you know, hanging in the floral or craft section.
These are more considered floral, and
they don't work anywhere as good as these. They're
not nearly. I only use these when I have to. Yeah. Because they don't work nearly as well.
Nope, they do not.
And I mean, it's worth paying a few more dollars for the heavy duty ones.
Yes. I've got some pomegranates now. I'm going to add them.
Bobby said, I love that you're doing this one. I'm doing one tonight with a scarecrow and a sign, and was wondering if I should put a bow or not.
Well, I mean, you just look at it and see, but to me, a lot of times if you've got, you know, you want the bow to enhance what you're doing, not take away from the focal point. So that's the main thing. If it works in and looks good, then that's okay, but don't make one to take away if you want your scarecrow to be your focal point. So it just depends.
Jen says, where did you get the artichokes?
The artichokes are from Hobby Lobby.
Sandra said, I use my husband's wire cutters.
Yeah, well, I did too, until he finally said, get your own.
Actually,
so I got my own.
Actually, that's not true. Actually, he put some in her...
yes, I get them. He gives me a new pair in my stocking every year now. Yeah. This
Santa brings her a new pair every year.
Every year. And not only that, but I'm probably one of the few women that get bolt cutters in my stocking too.
He got tired of her using his all the time.
Yeah, so. For these great big stems, so
he
got me some bolt cutters. They are amazing. You couldn't have put nothing else that I would have loved more than that right there. So, made me happy.
Jackie said, my husband got me a Stanley staple gun, and I use it for my signs.
See there? That's great.
Yeah, things like that, I mean, they come in handy, don't they?
Yep.
We never knew
we'd never knew that. Hey, I've got my drill.
I know.
You know, all these tools.
We got our drill handy and our
love
tools.
them.
But, hey, crafting is serious business.
It is. It definitely is. You got to use the tools.
Yeah.
Okay, these left the whole thing just like this to do the bottom one and the top one, but I'm going to cut these apart and take the small one off just because it's going to make it easier for me to put it where I want to and not have to keep them together. So
those sunflowers are gorgeous.
They really truly are. I wish that you could see them up close, but go look at your Walmart. And I had somebody tell me that their Walmart didn't carry the things. Find out who is in that department and ask them to, because from what the lady in our department, now she may have been wrong, so if she was, I'm sorry. She said that if you ask for stuff that they can usually get things. So just ask. And maybe they can get it for you.
Hey, my theory is
it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
Not at all.
I mean, you don't get anything if you don't ask, right?
That's right.
Yeah, drills, I mean, don't be afraid to use your drill. Now, if you're doing something like that, you probably want to use a small drill bit, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like if you,
yeah, this one was a fairly small one, yeah.
But, you know, definitely,
I use my drill.
Use our drill.
Yep, all the time. And these purple roses are amazing.
Let's see, Dorcas says, you make me laugh. She said, I thought I was the only crazy one. My husband bought me my own bolt cutters.
Hey,
for the big stems.
Yep.
Love it, but it's very heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call, I call those the big dogs.
Those are called, I'll say, where are my big dogs? Or she'll say, yeah, where are the big dogs? That's what we call them.
And so when we've got those big stems that just like the regular Stanley cutters won't cut, we go and get the big dogs.
We go get the big dogs, that's right.
Yes, Robbie, we are actually, we were just talking about how we use the drill a lot for signs that are,
yes,
or accents that are like this.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a sign that we don't have to use a drill and we can just use our little hole punchy thing, we will. But if it's like that, we're not afraid to drill.
No, not one bit. Before I put this one in, I got to turn it this way just quickly and see where I want to put that.
I think that it could be that we keep buying out our Walmart, and that's why they keep bringing in more stuff.
Maybe, because, yeah, they don't ever...
But we have, I don't know if y'all have this stuff, but ours has a really great items.
They do.
Right now. And they haven't always. But right now they do.
No, they haven't always, but they certainly have up to their game lately. That
because
is
those
for
roses over there are
sure.
gorgeous.
Okay, now I know.
Yeah, Dorky says she loves big dogs. She's gonna that's what she's gonna label hers.
Okay, there you go.
But you gotta label it Big Dog, D-A-W-G.
D-A-W-G. There
it's a big dog.
It's a big dog. Yeah,
I don't know.
Say it like you're from Alabama. That's right.
It's gotta have the southern
big
twang.
Dog. Yeah.
Just won't be the same without that.
I know it. It definitely won't.
And Angie said, I just asked my husband for bolt cutters this past week.
Hey, they work great. They really, really do. Love them.
And those of you who are just joining us, welcome. If you're new to our channel, I'm Amanda. This is my mom, Sherry.
Hey there.
We're just hanging out this afternoon, making a wreath. We're answering y'all's questions. If you have a question about wreath making or about selling wreaths, we're here to answer them for you today.
Yes, we are. Off it. Cut the ringer off.
Yep, I'm ringing. That's okay. We'll just hit ignore.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt.
We'll ignore it. It's probably nothing anyway.
No. All those sales calls.
Yeah. I know. I get crazy. Do y'all get those crazy calls?
We get the craziest.
I get the craziest calls all the time.
I do. Wait a minute. I think I'm going to put some of my olives in. I don't want to forget them. Don't want to forget my olives.
And if you are a first-time viewer, just put in the comments that you're a first-time viewer so that we can say hi to you.
That's right. That's not going to go there.
Robbie said, please talk about how you pick ribbon to combine in a bow. Well, I'll tell you how I like to pick ribbon, because I love ribbon. I mean, I really get excited about ribbon.
I love ribbon too. You should have seen us at market when we went in that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I could just spend so much money on
I know
ribbon.
they probably thought, oh my gosh, those women are crazy.
I know, they're probably like, did they really get that excited about
You would have
ribbon?
thought we were in a jewelry store, you know, or something.
You would have thought we were buying diamonds.
I know, you really would have. We were like, oh my gosh, look at this, look at this.
Hey Donna, first time viewer, welcome.
Hey
We're
Donna.
happy to have you here.
Yes, we are.
Anyway, so I'll get back to talking about how I what was the question? Combine ribbon or choose
how
ribbon?
you choose.
Well, if I'm using more than one and I want to kind of have a bow that really stands out, is a little bit whimsical, I typically use, and I don't know what I have here. Let me see. Okay. So, if I was going to make a Halloween bow, this is typically how I would choose my ribbon. I would have one solid, and then I would have one either stripe or plaid, and then I would have one other pattern. And like in this instance, I would use a polka dotted. So that's what I would use if I was just going over there grabbing something for a Halloween bow. So I would have one solid, I would have one like either a stripe or, you know, that's kind of like a stripe, and then I would have one other pattern. So whether it's like polka dotted or, you know, like you could consider like pumpkins a pattern or whatever, I would have one pattern. And that's typically how I choose it. I don't like to do like 2 or 3 plaids together or a couple different stripes. That's just my personal preference. I like to typically have one solid or either 2 solids, one striped or a plaid, and then like one other pattern like polka dots or something like that.
Yeah.
I like them to be opposite, if that makes sense. I don't like them to be too close. Like I wouldn't want to use, this is what I would not do. I would not put 2 plaids like this together. I just wouldn't. I would use like a plaid and a solid, and then I would put something opposite, something totally different, like a polka dot with it. You see those 3 together? So that's typically how I decide on what patterns, or how to combine the patterns. So I hope that's helpful, Robbie.
Good way to do it.
And as far as like the solid colors, I try to kind of bring out one of the colors, or I have like one main color that I want to use, and I kind of carry it throughout the ribbons. Now I will add, like sometimes I'll add like a pop of another color, but you know, I see like I have the orange in here, and then I've got the solid orange, and then my polka dots have that orange in it. So even though it's different patterns, it still matches basically.
Okay. Now I've got, you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. Oh, I didn't want to interrupt. I've got some other greenery here that's kind of, to me, got a little bit of a like end of the summer look, don't you think?
That reminds me of some kind of herb.
It is. I'm sure it is. I don't know what, but it is. It's kind of neat, greenery. And I love this. I love this. And this again came from Hobby Lobby, and so I'm just going to cut some pieces, because if you know me, you know that I always think you need at least 2 different kinds of greeneries just for that extra interest, and I just think this is so pretty. But I didn't want a lot of this. I just want a few little pieces, just to kind of, so that you see it just peeking through just a little bit. That one wants to come off.
Okay, let's see. I know I had a question down here. Amanda, if you're using a ribbon with writing, how do you get the writing facing in the right direction? Okay, Bobby, I don't worry about it when it's the loops. Okay, some of the loops are going to be backwards. That's okay. The only thing that I really worry about would be the tails. And in that case, you would have to cut your tail. So I'll kind of give you an example here. So this is going to be how you do it. You're going to cut your tails in half like that. So see, like right now facing you, or you watching this, you can see that they're in the right direction. Okay. So what I'm going to do when I put it down in the Bodabra, normally, typically, see, when I'm making that tail, I wouldn't cut it. Typically, when I'm making the tail and I'm putting it in the Bodabra, I would put it down just like this. And I'll show you what's going to happen. I would just put, like, say this is my tails. This is going to be my tails and my bow. What would happen when I put it down in the Bodabra is one of my tails would be right, and one of them are going to be upside down. Okay? So to avoid that, I would take this tail and I would cut it in half. And then when I place it in my Bodabra, I'm going to place it so that the words are facing the right direction. So this one I'm going to put in like this so that the words are facing me. And then that's going to make my words correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not upside down or backwards. And like I said, when I do the loops, there's not going to really be a way to avoid that, but it's okay.
You can do it.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it, but to me, it's not worth it.
To me, it's not worth it either.
No, to me, that's just
getting a little.
Yeah, that's just getting a
little too much.
A little. I mean, unless you just really have a problem with it. But
yeah.
I don't have a problem with it being in the loops.
No,
but I do have a problem with it when the tails are upside down. I don't like that.
No.
So that's how I would avoid that. Hey, Shelly.
Now see how this is just kind of peeking out, but it just I just think it's so pretty. I love this.
Yeah, I like that. I wish I knew what that was called, what herb that was.
Yeah, me too.
Barbara said, where do you sell your wreaths at? Do you sell on Etsy? We actually, Barbara, we sell ours on our website at gracemonroehome.com.
Yes. We started out years and years ago selling on eBay and then on Etsy. In fact, we've got a blog post about how we sold 800 wreaths the first, 3 months on Etsy? Went back then. But then we started selling on our own website, and that's what we do now.
Yeah, but if you're, Etsy's great.
But Etsy's great. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah,
if you're wondering about selling,
yeah,
Barbara, Etsy's a great place to sell them. And I even know of people that are having really good success right now selling on eBay.
Right, I do too.
I remember back in the day we sold on eBay, and we had great success selling on eBay. But then everybody went over to Etsy, and that was sort of the thing. But a lot of people are starting to sell on eBay, and it's not overly crowded. It's not an overly crowded space.
No, so it's a good time.
It's a good time to consider that, and put a few on there and see how they go. Let's see. Letitia said, I'm interested in joining your club. Is it for a year or month to month? You can do either. You can pay month to month and be a member. You get
a discount if you pay for a year.
You can be a member for as long as you want to. You can cancel anytime. You can join Design with the Pros Club on a monthly basis, or you can purchase a biannual membership. You get 1 month free, or an annual, you get 2 months free.
Exactly.
So we try to make it really convenient for everybody.
And once you join, we have over 70 tutorials on both wreath making and how to sell your wreaths and that business kind of things. And we also do new ones each month that's added to that. So once you're a member, you have access to all of that for as long as you're a member. And you also, once you join, make sure to come and join the private Facebook group, because we just have a wonderful group of people that, you know, just reach out to each other, and people have made really good friends in there. So make sure to do that. That's part of the membership.
Yeah, and I did want to mention that, because I know right now live we have a lot of people who are watching that have just joined.
Right.
So I want to make sure that you know when you join that you do have access to that. But I send you a message with a link in it, so you need to go to that link. You need to click the request to join button and make sure that you're in that private Facebook group, because right now we have about 50 of you that have joined that have not gotten into that Facebook group.
Yeah.
And so we can't get to know you if you're not in there. And we're actually going to be in there
right
later.
After this. Yeah.
Yeah, later this afternoon we're going to be in there welcoming all of our new members. But if you're not in there, we can't welcome you. So make sure after you join that you request to join the Design with the Pros private Facebook group.
Exactly.
Robbie said, welcome to all the new members. You will love this group.
Aw, we do. We love our group. We love our members. They are amazing. Let's see. I'm going to turn it this way really quick. So
yes, Leanne. Leanne said you can also sell on Facebook to friends and family. It's a nice place to start too. Absolutely.
Sure, definitely.
I always recommend, you know, your friends and family. Facebook is a great way to, now, I say be careful selling on your personal Facebook page, because actually a lot of people don't realize this, but it's actually against the rules of Facebook to use that platform. And I know we see it all the time, especially in direct sales, people using their personal pages as platforms to sell their products. And that's actually that actually violates terms of services if you're using it primarily to sell. So you do want to make sure that you're creating those Facebook business pages, and we have a lot of trainings on that, because that's how we started in 2012. Not started, but that, you know, Facebook has been a huge reason that, you know, we've been able to be successful doing what we're doing. So I definitely recommend that you do go ahead and make a Facebook business page and sell your wreaths on there, rather than just trying to sell them on your personal page. Terry said, how do I change to biannual? Yeah. And do you, Terry, you know what? Send me a message to info@gracemonroehome.com, and I will get you, I'll let you know how you can change your membership, because I do know you have a monthly membership right now. So yes, you can upgrade to that biannual membership. We can do that for you, Terry.
Yep.
And Leslie said, so I was planning on using the shop button on my business page to start. Yeah, definitely.
That is a great way.
Hey, Lori, thanks for hanging out with us today. And Linda said, fixing to join your group. Love watching and learning from y'all.
Oh, Linda, we're so happy. We can't wait to get to know you.
Yeah, and so we would love to have you in the group. Any of you who want to join, we would love to have you in there. Now, we only open enrollment a few times a year, and we do that because, you know, we don't want to constantly feel like we're, you know, trying to sell to y'all and get y'all. We want to give you guys as much as we can. So if you want to join our private Facebook group, we would absolutely love to have you in there. And you are going to go in there and you're going to find so much value and so much hard work that we have put in there, because we literally have hours and hours, probably hundreds of hours worth of, you know, time and dedication and trainings in that group. But if you don't want to, and you can't right now for whatever reason, that's okay too, because we're still going to be here investing in you guys and giving you value and still putting out YouTube videos and blog posts, because we love helping people.
Yes, we do.
But
we feel like that's our calling,
too,
so that's, you know.
But no matter what, we're going to be here helping you guys. If you're in the group, you get more detailed. We go into detail on selling your wreaths. You know, we're there in the group giving you as much personal, you know, attention within that group that we can. You know, we really want to see you guys succeed, and we really try to be there to help you, you know, as much as we can.
Yes, we do.
Let's see. I'm trying to read some of your questions.
Okay.
Kathy said, does the group name have a different name? I joined yesterday, but not sure if I got in. Kathy Kirkland. I'll check and see if you're in there. It's called Design with the Pros, but it is like a private, closed group, so you do have to look it up.
You have to ask to join, and there's 3 questions that you have to answer to get in it.
And Philip said, do you have to join every year to the Pros Club? It's a monthly membership, so you have to pay either monthly or every 6 months or a year. But it is a paid group because you are getting all of that training and those Q&As and that personal attention and that group atmosphere. But it will renew either monthly if you choose monthly, or biannual if you choose biannual, or annual if you choose annual. Now you can cancel anytime you want to.
Right.
But you do need to cancel 3 days. Let us know about 3 days ahead of time so that we can make sure that you're not charged for that next month or that next recurring option that you choose.
So we can get you cut off.
Let's see. Karen said, be sure to do a business page and not create a fake person page. Yes,
exactly.
Because you can get in a lot of trouble by Facebook. You can get in Facebook jail real quick by creating multiple fake profiles.
Right.
Personal
so don't
profiles.
do that.
Even
make
if
it a business page.
Yeah, make sure it's a business page. And Shirley said, tell your mom she has a hole in the top of the wreath.
Okay.
You might want to step back and... And Barbara said, friends and family always just seem to want a discounted price. And
they do.
Yes, Barbara.
They do. I mean, they do.
Yeah, I've always felt like for us, and everybody's different, and every maker and seller is going to have a different client base. But for us personally, friends and family are not our ideal customers.
No, they're just not.
They want something for free. They want something for nothing, basically. They want big discounts. And, they don't value the time and the energy that you put into it. They just kind of want it for free. And I love my family. I love my friends.
We love them. But you can't count on, selling to friends and family. And honestly, you're going to do better not counting on selling locally most of the time. Now, I know that some businesses do okay locally, but it's just been our experience that we did better, all over the country and all over the world shipping them than locally.
Yeah. Let's see. I know I'm probably missing some of these questions, and I'll try to go back and answer them. And let's see, Bobby said, Amanda and Sherry answer any questions that you have. They will respond to you in a very timely manner. We do definitely try. I mean, obviously on the weekends, Sundays, we're a little bit slower responding, but we definitely try to answer your questions. And I mean, we're in there answering questions every single day.
Yeah, yes we are.
So you're not just going to get like a bot answering questions or whatever. It's actually us in there answering your questions.
Oh, that is good, Bobby. She said her friends and family tell her to put hers on Etsy so that they can buy through Etsy. So that's very good.
Yeah. Now, and that's a great way to go ahead and,
that way it's more business-like, and that's what you want. The old saying, if you treat your business like a hobby, it's going to pay like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it's going to pay like a business. And it's the same kind of thing. So
let's see. Melinda said, do you need to have a business license to have a business page on Facebook? Well, Melinda, that's not really going to dictate whether or not having a business license is not going to dictate whether or not you can have a Facebook business page, because you can be like an actor and have a business page, or you can be a writer and have a business page and not necessarily have a business license. So just to have a business page, you don't have to have a business license. But if you are planning on selling and you really are serious about selling your wreaths, then you need to check with your, state and find out what is required. And if your state requires you in order to sell to have a business license, then you need to go ahead and do that.
Right.
But as far as just setting up your Facebook page,
you don't need it.
You know. Let's see what other questions we have. Let's see. Irene said, I have one family member that always loves what I post, and I told her to buy the things we needed, and I would make it for her for free, and she never responded.
Yeah.
She must have,
one of those that
she
wants
must
you to
have just
give
wanted
it to
it for
her.
free. Yeah. She must have been hinting around at wanting you to give it to her. And, you know, I mean, of course, you know, every once in a while, it's good to give to others and to do nice things. It is, but... You just have to be careful not to let people take advantage of you. And, you know, you want them to think of you as, you know, if you are really trying to do this as a business, you want people to think of you as a business owner.
That's
right. I would never in my life walk into you know, Walmart or Sears or anywhere
and say, I like that,
and say, I really like that, can I have that?
Yeah.
Or can I get a discount on that just because, you know, I want one?
Exactly.
No. But people will take advantage, and the more you allow them to,
yeah, so it's good to start immediately, you know, just
setting those boundaries.
Setting those boundaries, that's right.
Now, if you feel called to, you know, give for whatever reason, then that's different, you know. But if it's like you know, just somebody trying to get something for nothing, you really need to think about that first.
Yep, exactly.
Lori says, Sherry and Amanda are two beautiful women who truly want us to succeed. They're such a blessing. Oh,
thank you,
sweet,
Lori. We do. We want each of you to succeed. We just are so blessed by this business, and we want other people to be blessed by it too. Mm-hmm. We really do.
Yeah. Let's see. I didn't see the wreath, so I'm going to have to come over here and look at it.
I'm going to probably mess with it more because I didn't bring all the things that I wanted with me, so
yeah, it needs something. Just
right I'm gonna have to put some, but I don't have what I want to put there, so I'm gonna have to find some.
Maybe just put.
I already got that. Maybe you just put another.
Yeah, like that little sunflower.
Just
right
to get something there.
But it's really pretty.
It is pretty, isn't it? I just love these colors. I love these colors, and the flowers are so pretty.
I know, and it would look really pretty shocked in my kitchen, but I think it's not.
I am just shocked at how Walmart has gotten with their flowers. I mean, they really have. That is not turning for it.
Let's see. B said, I'm tired of donating wreaths. I want to get paid. Well, yeah, and that's totally understandable.
And everybody should. I mean, you know.
And the thing is, it's not just with wreaths. You know, people will do this no matter what you're selling.
Mm-hmm. They will.
People want they want something for nothing, and I mean that's just the honest truth.
And if they find out
and
that
if you do it one time, it's all
they
over
will
them.
Come out of the woodwork.
Yes.
But I mean, not that
Philip says
a good
it's
thing
me.
to give.
That's what I know what you're saying, Philip. He's saying it's me. She said Amanda wants it for free. I know.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Yep.
I ended up taking. She gave me one wreath a long time ago, so you know how it is.
Yep.
That's
it. Yep.
No, I can
taking advantage.
I can make my own wreaths.
Yes, she can.
But I do end up with some of them.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm probably not her ideal customer.
Yeah, she's not. She is not. Oh, that's so funny.
Lori said, yes, the colors of the wreath are beautiful. And
I love these colors.
Danita said, do you think the wreath business is saturated?
No.
And I will tell y'all what happens. What happens is, especially on Facebook, and this is the way that the Facebook algorithm works. Once you start liking somebody that makes wreaths, or, you know, you're in a wreath, like a free Facebook wreath group, or you're in a couple, or you start, you know, liking people's wreath pages, or that's what you start seeing. You know, you start seeing more and more wreath people, more and more wreaths, and it seems like it's saturated to you because that's what you're seeing, because that's what Facebook is showing you and social media is showing you. But, you know, and you're starting to friend people who make wreaths, and you're starting to, you know, follow these groups and these pages, and so that's all you're seeing, like in your little bubble, is wreaths. But the truth is, no, it's not saturated.
No, it's not.
It is absolutely not saturated, and I will argue with anybody who tells me otherwise.
Yes, I mean, we have people all the time saying, I can't find wreaths in my area. Or, you know, and especially, now, not that you have to do this, but if you're willing to ship internationally, you can bet that
there's a huge international market.
Huge market.
Untapped.
We ship all over the world, and it, you know, if you're willing to do that, you will have more business than you know what to do with. But
listen, there are how many houses I mean, I don't know the statistics, but
there's
how many
a bunch.
houses, even in the United States, do you think there are?
And there's a lot of doors. There's
a lot of doors, and no, it is not saturated.
No,
that seems to other wreath makers like it might be, because that's what you're focused on. That's what you're seeing. You're following people because you like their designs, or whatever. And that's what you're seeing all the time. Mm-hmm. But for a normal person who's just shopping, it is not,
no.
They're not seeing them all the time like we are.
No.
They're not.
And I've had people say, well, why are you so willing to share, your knowledge and your secrets and your this or that? And the reason why is because there is so much business there available for people. So,
Yeah, and you know what? Another thing is, you got to think about it this way. It's a good thing.
It is a good thing. The
more people want wreaths, which means, okay, because we live in a society where, people like things that are popular.
Yes, and they like what their neighbor has.
That are selling, the more people are going to want wreaths.
Exactly.
The more popular they're going to be, the more opportunity, you're going to have to sell them. So don't ever let anybody tell you that the market is saturated, because it's not.
I do not believe that by no means.
And Danita said, is it hard and expensive to ship internationally?
Not at all.
Now, it's expensive, but
yeah, it's expensive, but you make sure the customer pays that.
Going to pay it. Mm-hmm. And the customers that buy, your international customers, they expect it. They know they're going to have to pay a very hefty shipping fee.
Right.
But they cannot find them in so many countries,
and they're willing. Like I said, we've got them all over the world. So, mm-hmm. And somebody said, how do you handle the currency? You don't have to, because if whatever you're using, like Etsy, or in our case, people can check out with PayPal or with Stripe or any of those things. They automatically handle that for you. So you don't have to do that. When you're making a label, you just make a label through either USPS, which is what we usually use for international. And so you just pay just like normal, and they do all the converting. You don't have to do anything like that. So when they pay you, it's automatically converted. So yeah.
And now somebody was asking what gauge wire we use. 26 gauge. What time is it? Sorry, I'm not trying to rush you. We just got to actually be in our private group at 5.
Oh, it's not. It's 5.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, just a few
we
minutes
got a few more minutes. We're good.
Yeah.
Lori said you can make your own wreath, but everything is better when Mama makes it. That's right.
It sure is.
It's just like food. She can make it, and then I can make it, and I can do exactly what she tells me to, exactly by the book.
Of course, I tell her it's because she don't put the love in it. The mama puts the love. That's what it is. That's what I tell her all the time.
Suzette said always get a deposit, and I guess she's talking about if she. I'm assuming that she's probably talking about like a custom order.
Well, see, with our custom orders, Suzette, they have to pay up front. Mm-hmm. We do not we don't do anything until we have the money.
And now, at the very least, I would say get a deposit that's going to cover your materials.
If you're going to do it that way. We just never have. We've always charged them up front.
Yep. Let me see if we have any more questions. Carolyn said, I just joined your club. Well,
welcome, Carolyn. Welcome.
Carolyn, make sure you go to the Design with the Pros Facebook. So either you go to the link from the email that you got, or you search in the search bar on Facebook, Design with the Pros, and go to the group, and we will add you. Sandra said, I don't do custom wreath anymore because customer changed their mind about purchasing after I spend time and money.
Yes, that's
Should
why
I ask for a deposit?
Yes.
Always.
Yes, but
at the very least. We require full payment
We require full payment up front.
And listen, if they want it bad enough, they'll
pay it. They'll pay it. I mean, we charge even more for custom wreaths than we do for, what we charge normally. We charge more if they're asking, because they're asking us to do something special for them. So they pay for it.
Terry said, you're so correct. I'm in a sorority, and the question was asked on one of our sites last week about a Greek-inspired wreath maker, and someone put in my name, and I had 9 wreath orders in one day, and 32 in total. Terry's in our group, so we're so happy for you, Terry.
That is wonderful.
That is amazing.
See, that's right.
But so no. The question is it saturated? No,
but absolutely not.
The thing is, everything that you do in life, it takes a little effort. And just because you're not getting wreath orders right off the bat, you need to reevaluate and find out what it is maybe that you're not doing to attract your customers, or to sell your wreaths or whatever. And then you need to reevaluate and change some things. And that's what we try to teach you in our group, because let me tell you, we started selling in 2007.
We've done everything,
and we're just perfectly transparent. We probably made every single mistake in the book. I mean, really. We have not always done everything right, but we have certainly learned and, figured out what works and what doesn't work. So if we can help y'all not have to make quite so many mistakes,
exactly,
then that's what we're here for.
Yeah, we have done it all, trust me.
Because yes, and things change.
Yes.
It used to not be that, we didn't have social media in 2007.
When we first started, absolutely not.
So at that time, we used Google. We used, ads through Google and SEO through Google, and that's how we found our customers. And then social media came along, Facebook came along, Pinterest came along, and we had to learn how to utilize all of those different platforms.
Yeah, Karen wants to know if we ever cut our tails the wrong way when dovetailing.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And I always think, what am I doing?
If y'all watch me closely, I do that sometimes, because when I start talking and doing...
Yep.
No telling what's
and I've got
happen.
this point.
So sometimes if you go back and watch some of our videos, I know I have some where I have...
You'll catch her,
I fix it real quick.
She just pretends like she didn't do that, yeah.
I cover it up good. But yes.
Yes. Yes, we do.
It's like our brain works backwards sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we are going to have to hop off here.
Yes, because we're going in our group. So if you are in Design with the Pros, be watching over there in the club, because we are fixing to be in there.
Let's see. Karen said, "You two are so awesome and human." Well, we are human. I can vouch for the human part.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you, though. All right, guys. Well, we thank y'all so much for joining us. We would love to have you as part of our Design with the Pros Club. We are closing tomorrow, Friday, at 11:59 p.m.
11:59.
That's the buttons will go off, and we'll no longer be accepting any new members at that point. And
that's
it's probably,
right.
I'm thinking we probably won't the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Because we're just going to focus on our group and the members in there, and things like that. So we probably won't open again this year. So if you're interested, I think it's an amazing investment, and you guys are going to really love it there, and you're going to learn a lot. So we would love to have you. We would love to get to know you and welcome you as part of our tribe and as part of our family. So go to our website, and I will put the link in the comments as well.
Oh, and Brandy, you just hopped on, and you're in our Design with the Pros Club, so make sure to go over into Design with the Pros right after we go off here, because we're going to be live over there shortly. So I saw that you were late getting in, so just wanted to let you know that.
Yeah, so make sure you go to our website at gracemonroehome.com.
Yeah.
And you can click the little button that says join the club, and you can sign up. And you can also find all the information, because we have a lot of information in there, and some videos and stuff, and some testimonials and things like that you can watch in there. But we would love to have you. And like I said, it closes tomorrow at 11:59.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we have enjoyed being with you today.
We really have. This has been fun.
It has been. And we're just blessed by you guys, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day.
Yep.
Bye.
We'll see you later. Bye.